Pennsylvania voters casting their ballots in the state's primary this past Tuesday. But after counting voter turnout, some are wondering if Joe Biden can carry his home state in the general election. Breaking down the numbers, President Trump garnered over 8,000 more votes than Biden. So what does this mean for the battleground state come November? Joining me now to react is GOP congressional candidate from Pennsylvania, Sean Parnell. Sean, welcome to the show. So what do you make of the results? Obviously are not all in. Good morning to you. Results are not all in, but what do you make so far of what you're seeing with respect to Pennsylvania?
Well, it's no surprise that Joe Biden has a tremendous enthusiasm gap in Pennsylvania. Look, my grandfather was a lifelong Union Democrat. He loved his God and he loved this country. Tragically, he passed away the day before I went to Afghanistan. But if he saw what the Democrat Party had become today, the party has completely left him. He'd roll over in his grave. I mean, let's go down the laundry list of things that the Democrat Party embraces here. Joe Biden's new Democratic Party embraces defunding the police while at the same time emptying our prisons. He talks about abolishing ICE while at the same time advocating for open borders. Joe Biden said that he was going to appoint Beto O'Rourke to be his gun czar, and he was going to send Beto O'Rourke to Pennsylvania to take away your guns. Turns out people in Pennsylvania, Democrats and Republicans, like having the ability to defend themselves. Joe Biden just appointed AOC in charge of his climate policy task force. Well, it turns out the Green New Deal in the state of Pennsylvania is wildly unpopular. In my district alone, there are 100,000 jobs that are supported by the oil and gas industry, 600,000 across the state of Pennsylvania. Turns out people want to keep their jobs. And Joe Biden has advocated for raising taxes. But guess what? This economy is just starting to reopen. And as people go back to work and businesses start to reopen, the last thing we need to do is put more restrictions on our economy. We need to unshackle our economy. And look, here's the deal, Jedediah. Joe Biden has been in Washington for over 40 years, and we're supposed to believe now that he's going to waltz into the Oval Office and fix all of our problems. My goodness, the last time Joe Biden has had a private sector job, he was a lifeguard, hanging out with Corn Pop, letting little kids rub his legs in the pool. Joe Biden has no idea what he's doing, and it's smart for the Democratic Party to keep him in the basement.
Now, Joe Biden was born in Scranton. This is an important state for him. I think that he feels that he'll do well in the state. Let's say he doesn't do well in the state. What is that indicative of across the country and other states that prioritize similar issues to the issues prioritized by those voters in Pennsylvania?
Well, look, the bottom line is this. The modern day new Democratic Party is out of step with the American people. They are no longer the party of the American working class, So Joe Biden's poor performance here in Pennsylvania is going to be indicative of his performance in battleground states all across this nation. And here's the thing that you have to recognize with Joe Biden. Joe Biden's in his basement. When you put Joe Biden next to Donald Trump on the campaign trail, there's going to be no comparison. Donald Trump is going to beat him in a landslide in November.
Well, we're going to get to see it. We're going to get to see it on the campaign trail, and we're going to get to see it on the debate stage, which I think is going to be pretty great television. Thanks for being here today, Sean.
Yes. Take care. See you, Jed.
Appreciate it. NASCAR's most